Hi Gemini, welcome to your love reading for September 2020. So this month I have all sorts of messages for you. Of course, we have the cards. We're going to start off with the general love reading. We're going to look at your side. We're going to look at their side. We're going to do the X spread, but we're also going to get you some numbers to see what dates are significant for you for the month of September. I also have some charms to see what zodiac signs you're going to be dealing with in the month of September. And of course, at the end of the video, I'm going to pull some letters for you, which can be initials, names, or messages. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, Gemini, let's go ahead and see what's going on in your love life for the month of September 2020. This is a love reading for the sign of Gemini for September 2020. First card you have, Gemini, is the Moon. Love reading for the sign of Gemini for September. Nine of Pentacles. Love reading for the sign of Gemini for September. Ten of Swords. Love reading for the sign of Gemini for September. The World. Love reading for the sign of Gemini for September. Four of Wands. Love reading for the sign of Gemini for September. The Star. Love reading for the sign of Gemini for September. Page of Wands. Love reading for the sign of Gemini for September. Ace of Wands. Love reading for the sign of Gemini for September. And you have the Four of Swords. Okay, so let's see what we have going on here. And if you'd like a private reading with me, just go to my website, channeledguidance.com, and I'll place a link down below. Okay, so let's go through the signs that I see in this reading. We've got the Moon. The Moon can represent the sign of Pisces. You also have the Star, which can represent the sign of Aquarius. Okay, so let's see what you have going on here, Gemini. So some of you might be dealing with endings. Perhaps a relationship has just ended or a marriage has just ended, because you've got the World here, a major arcana of endings, closure. Maybe some of you are having trouble letting go, which can very much be the case because you've got the World, again, endings, closure, moving on. But you also have the Ten of Swords, which is telling you that it's time to move on. This card usually does come up when you've been hurt, when you've been betrayed, stabbed in the back. In some way, like it's time. It's high time for the sign of Gemini to move on. Now, again, you also have the Moon, which means that there could be a lot of emotion, maybe as far as like why you're not moving on from someone. We are going to do the X spread next. This can be a lot of confusion, a lot of emotion, things that are hidden from you, maybe coming from another person, secrets. Yeah, I mean, you have the Nine of Pentacles here. The Nine of Pentacles is telling you that you really have to focus on yourself. The focus has to be on you. You have to see yourself in a positive light. So you could be dealing again maybe with moving on from a relationship, or a relationship where there's a lot of secrets, a lot of things are hidden from you. I mean, for the month of September, I mean, as far as a relationship, you do have a relationship here. This is commitment, stability. For some of you, this can definitely be with somebody new, because you have the Ace of Wands, a new beginning, a new person, a clean slate. For some of you, maybe this happens for you if you move on. Maybe because it's time to move on again. Plus the World, it's time to close one door to open a new door. Also with the Star, and this is just telling you that you have to follow your own inner guidance, but this also represents your hopes and wishes being granted. For some of you, maybe if you don't want to move on, if you're thinking, no, I'm not moving on from this person. For some of you, it could just be that it's time to let go of past disappointments. If you're going to stay with this person, maybe you have to let go of past hurt, past betrayals. You have to kind of, move on to the next chapter in your relationship if you're going to stay with this person. Now down here, yeah, you've got a new opportunity. This can be for those of you who are single, a new relationship, because I do see a lot of excitement around this opportunity. But if you're already coupled, this is communication. This is always good news. The Page of Wands is always good news. If you're dealing with someone maybe where a relationship ended, it can be that this person just needed a timeout. They needed a break from the relationship or the marriage. Perhaps now this person has had time to think. That's what this card represents. And now they're ready to talk. Again, this is always good news. Okay, so let me get three more. What other messages are there for the sign of Gemini for September 2020? Yeah, you've got the Magician. I mean, this is about manifestation, you making things happen. What other messages are there for the sign of Gemini? September. Five of Pentacles and Ace of Swords. I mean, it really seems like this row right here is telling the sign of Gemini that it is time for you to move on from something. And for some of you, you may think like, I'm not going to move on from this person, this relationship, and that's fine. I mean, in some way, maybe you have to let go of past, arguments or something like that. You have a lot of power in the month of September because you have the Magician. This is telling you that this is empowerment. Like, you have the power to manifest a new relationship. You have the Ace of Wands. You have the power to manifest a new beginning in your existing relationship, in your marriage. But something has to change mentally. We have the Ace of Swords. Like, you need clarity because there's a lot of confusion here with the Moon. Maybe you need answers. Maybe you feel like your person has secrets from you. We are going to look at your person very carefully using this deck here in a minute. For some of you, again, it could either be that you need to hear the truth, you need to see the truth, you need to look at the relationship from a different perspective, because otherwise there is unhappiness here with the Five of Pentacles. This can also just be feeling very abandoned, very lonely. But I just feel like if you don't manifest a new beginning in some way, whether it's with someone new or an existing relationship, it's you who suffers. Like, there has to be a change of perspective. Okay, let me get a few more from the confirmation deck, and then we'll take a close look at your person. What else does Gemini need to hear about their love life for September 2020? Knight of Pentacles. What else does Gemini need to hear about their love life for September 2020? We've got Three of Wands. What else does Gemini need to hear about their love life for September? And Ten of Wands. So some of you, maybe you're tired of waiting, because that's pretty much what those three cards I just pulled, that's what they're spelling out for me. You've got the Knight of Pentacles, which means that things have been moving really slowly for you. This can be maybe for those of you where you're dealing with an ex, or maybe you've been waiting for a relationship or marriage to improve. Slow progress, and this is you waiting. You've been waiting for something to change, and then you have the Ten of Wands, which means that some of you may be feeling like giving up. So that could also be why we have the Ten of Swords in the world. Like, it just seems like Gemini is kind of being pushed. You're being pushed to the extreme. That is the energy of this card as well, where you just feel like, I don't know if I can do this anymore. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. And some of you, maybe you're just thinking of moving on. There's a lot of confusion for the sign of Gemini with the Moon. Maybe you feel abandoned, left out in the cold by someone. You have a lot of power this month. You can change that. Okay, so let's take a look at them. Show me the person that Gemini loves. Four of Swords. So that card is here. So that is them. They need some space. Show me the person that Gemini loves. The Lovers. Show me the person that Gemini loves. Five of Cups. Show me the person that Gemini loves. Queen of Cups. Show me the person that Gemini loves. Knight of Swords. Show me the person that Gemini loves. The World. So that card is here as well. One more. Show me the person that Gemini loves. Interesting. King and Queen of Cups. I mean, I just think that with King and Queen of Cups, I just think this person is in a very emotional place. And again, they have Four Swords there, but that card was also part of the reading right here. Same card. So this is your person. This is not you. Like, your person, like, they need a break. Maybe they ended the relationship. They aren't lying to you. They need a break. They need a time. They need a time out to think. Because they have the Lovers. I mean, the Lovers represents you, the sign of Gemini. But this also means that they're trying to make a decision about your relationship or your marriage. They've got the Five of Cups. If they broke up with you, if this is the next, this can definitely be that they're regretting their actions. But this is just showing me that your person is dealing with some sadness. They're mourning maybe the loss of your relationship, or maybe the turn your relationship has taken. This is very, sadness and tears, plus the Queen of Cups, but also the King. So your person is in a very emotional place. Now, if this person broke up with you, because I mean, we've got endings here. We had Ten of Swords and the World. Now the World has come up for your person as well. If they broke up with you, it can be that this person, acted rashly with the Knight of Swords. This is just acting very spontaneously without thinking, throwing caution to the wind. Very impulsive actions with the Knight of Swords, and this is about an ending. So maybe this person, that would definitely explain why the Five of Cups is here for them, where maybe there are regrets, as far as if they ended their relationship, or maybe this person is just not there for you and you feel like something is off in your relationship or your marriage. I mean, they've got the Knight of Swords. I mean, the Knight of Swords means that there's a lot of things happening around this person as well, a lot of unexpected changes. But this, I mean, the world is here 2 times now. So I feel like if your relationship ended or it seems like it's ending, this person is very much focusing on that as well. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the X spread. Okay, Gemini, let's go ahead and see what's going on between you and your ex for the month of September. Gemini and their ex for September 2020. You got Knight of Swords. Gemini and their ex for the month of September. Ten of Wands. So both of these cards came up in the first spread. Gemini and their ex for the month of September. The Emperor. Gemini and their ex for the month of September. Four of Cups. Gemini and their ex for the month of September. The Magician. So this card is also from the first spread. Gemini and their ex for the month of September. Four of Swords, also from the first spread. So lots of repeat cards. Gemini and their ex for the month of September. Nine of Pentacles. Gemini and their ex for the month of September. Page of Wands. Gemini and their ex for the month of September. And Nine of Wands. Okay, so let's see what you have going on here. So, I mean, the first thing that really stands out is that you've got the Emperor and the Magician. So it's like somebody has to do something here because somebody's just sitting it out. We have the Four of Swords, and the Four of Swords came up in the first spread. It came up from the first deck that I used, but it also came up from this deck when we took a really close look at your person. So this is your ex who's, you know, this person needs space. They need a time out. That's still popping up here for those of you where this is an ex. They also have the Four of Cups, which is kind of slightly different because this is telling me that this person is not emotionally available. This is someone who is depressed. This is just someone who wants to be left alone. So that message of like, leave me alone, it's here 2 times. Like, leave me alone. I need time. It can be, I mean, look, we've got Nine of Wands and 10 of Wands. Like this person is just kind of burnt out, maybe tired of trying. If your relationship or your marriage has been off and on, it could be that this person is kind of reached the end of their rope here. It just really seems like somebody has to take control. I mean, the Magician and the Emperor are both here, and they're both very similar. This is about just being in control, empowerment. There is an opportunity for change here. I mean, we have the Knight of Swords, which is telling me that there's a lot of challenges here, but with the Knight of Swords, everything can change very unexpectedly, very quickly. But there is a very heavy energy here around you and your ex. There's a heavy burden, but also someone is tired of trying. Like somebody has to wake up. With the Emperor, this is taking back your power, being back in control, being in the driver's seat because someone is just tired of trying, burnt out. Someone just, again, there is a double message here. Leave me alone. I need to be left alone. Somebody has to try. I mean, the Magician is about manifestation. This would be manifesting a new beginning between you and your ex. So we'll take a close look using this deck in a minute to see how they tie in with all of this. I mean, you do have the Page of Wands, which can be communication. This is always good news. I think this card was also in the first spread. So there's possible communication for you in the month of September, but someone is holding back. We've got Nine of Wands. Someone is just kind of keeping you at a distance. I mean, that message is here 2 times. Just leave me alone. I need to be left alone. This is just someone who's very on guard and just wants to stay in their safe place. I feel like nothing's going to change with your ex until they see themselves in a positive light with the Nine of Pentacles. So, I mean, I think the Magician and the Emperor is for them. Like, they got to put themselves back together. They got to take back their life. They got to take back their power because I feel like their energy is really low and they're kind of, you know, at the end of their rope here. Okay, so let me get 3 more. Gemini and their ex for September 2020. Yeah, I mean, look at this. Five of Swords is a card of self-sabotage and bad decisions. Gemini and their ex for September. 10 of Swords. Gemini and their ex for September. Page of Swords. Yeah, I mean, I think that for the sign of Gemini, like, there are bad decisions that are being made. And it can be from your ex, because I mean, there's the loud message here of like, I need to be left alone. I want to be left alone. Someone is tired of trying, low on energy. But also this person could be convincing themselves that it's time to move on. I think that there's issues of honesty here, the Page of Swords. And it can, because now you have 2 pages here. There could be communication with your ex in the month of September. I don't know. I just feel like this person is like they're not there mentally and emotionally. Like there's a sense of sadness and depression and just, there's a lot of thinking going on, but not in a good way. In some way, they're self-sabotage. They're making very bad decisions. At the same time, they could be convincing themselves that, I just need to move on from Gemini, but I think this person is not being completely honest with themselves. Okay, so let me get a few from confirmation deck and then we'll look at them. What else does Gemini need to hear about their ex for September 2020? Six of Swords. Gemini and their ex for September. Queen of Cups. Gemini and their ex for September. And Seven of Pentacles. So there is possible change here. We've got Queen of Cups, which would be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Male or female, Sun, Moon, or Rising. It can also be you if you have a Moon or Rising and a water sign. But remember from the first spread, from this deck right here, we had King and Queen of Cups. So I think this is them, whether they're a water sign or not. This person is in a very emotional place. There is possible change here, so it's not hopeless. You've got Six of Swords. This is moving away from this very difficult time, moving on to something much healthier. It's just this person needs to make a decision. Seven of Pentacles. Because this card is here, it just means that this person is, maybe they're taking some time out to make this decision. This is trying to maybe decide about the future of your relationship. Are you going to get back together? This is someone who is looking at their options. And with the Six of Swords, that makes it positive for you because that is positive change. I just think this person is just in a very unhappy place, feeling like they just need to be left alone. They need time to think. Okay, so let's take a close look at them. Show me Gemini's ex. King of Wands. Show me Gemini's ex. Queen of Cups. Show me Gemini's ex. The World. Show me Gemini's ex. Six of Swords. Show me Gemini's ex. Knight of Swords. So a lot of these cards are already here. Show me Gemini's ex. Nine of Swords. Show me Gemini's ex. And the Hermit. Okay, so let's look at these. So we've got two energies here. Fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, and then a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. But let's look at what these cards actually mean as far as like the properties of these people. I mean, with the King of Wands, this is someone who takes action, and that's definitely not what I'm getting from your ex. I mean, if anything, we've got the Magician and the Emperor here. It's like, wake up, do something. Take action. The King, again, King and Queen of Wands is about taking the lead, but I just think that your ex is in a very emotional place. This card came up with the King of Cups in the first spread, which was still your reading. That was still about your ex. This person is in a very emotional place, and because of that, they're not taking action. I mean, we've got the World and the Six of Swords. I mean, both of these cards right here are about moving on, the World and the Six of Swords. So, I mean, this is what I was telling you with the Ten of Swords in the first spread. This person could be thinking, I should just move on. Again, in a very emotional place. They're focusing on maybe the ending of your relationship, closure. I feel like in their own way, they're trying to move on. Yeah, but I mean, they're focusing on moving on, but we started with this card. It's right here. Knight of Swords. There's very unexpected energy around them. The Knight of Swords is things changing very quickly. They could change their mind, which I see right here. See, we've got Nine of Swords and the Hermit, which means that, this person maybe is kind of deciding and focusing on moving on, but deep down, there's a lot of worrying. There's a lot of anxiety, a lot of fear. Maybe are they wondering if they're making the right decision because they've got the Hermit. There's a lot of soul searching as far as the truth. What is this the right decision? Because we also have the truth here, the Page of Swords. So this could be communication coming to you because, I mean, hello, look, Five of Swords. There is some type of self-sabotage going on here. I think this person could be maybe trying to move on, but maybe worrying, like, is this the right decision? I think deep down they're really kind of looking at this. Again, I see a decision here on their part, and that's the same thing that we see here. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the next part of the reading. Okay, Gemini, so let's go ahead and see what dates are important for you for the month of September. I'm going to get 3 dates. What dates does the sign of Gemini need to be aware of for the month of September 2020? So we've got the 1st, so this could be September 1st. What dates are significant for the month of Gemini for September 2020? The 8th, so it could be the 1st, the 8th, or the 18th. What dates are significant for the month of Gemini for September 2020? And the 2nd. So it could also be the 2nd, the 12th, 28th. Okay, so let's get you some charms now. These are zodiac charms. Let's see what signs you could be interacting with for the month of September. What signs are significant for the sign of Gemini for September 2020? Okay, let's see what we have here. We have Aries. We'll get 2 more. What signs are significant for the sign of Gemini for September 2020? We've got Libra. What signs are significant for the sign of Gemini for September 2020? And you've got Leo. Okay, so now let's go ahead and get the letters. What does the sign of Gemini need to hear about their love life for September 2020? Okay, so here we go. Let's see what you have. I already see a bunch of E's here. We've got E, 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 E. Okay, bunch of E's. We've got O, another O, a couple of T's right here. There's another T, a couple of N's, P, L, J, another O, an M, another T, a couple I's, R, another O, another O, another I, a Y, and another I. Okay, so you might see your person's initials here, your name, their first name, their last name. All of this is a sign for you. Okay, so let's see. First, I try to kind of see what words I see, and then I kind of move them around, and then I kind of see what names I see in here. So you've got let me in. I mean, I think this message of let me in, for those of you that you're single, this is definitely a message. Maybe if you feel like you're not really kind of open as far as meeting somebody new, it could be that this is your soulmate kind of knocking on your door, so to speak, like let me in, like let me try to find you. Could also be maybe with an ex, especially if you're not open and maybe you don't know if you want this person back. Just let me in. Let's see what else we see here. Oh, so here's one that I don't think I've ever made this word since I've been using letters. We've got time. So this could all be about timing, as far as maybe what, you know, when something's going to work out for you with an ex. Let's see, let time. What time? Oops, I took one of the letters here. So I don't see, I mean, I see die, but I mean, this could be maybe that you're thinking your relationship is over. Because I don't have, let's see, so you can see what I'm working with here. So maybe you're thinking this relationship is over. We've got not gone, or not really not gone, but we have not died. I said this relationship or this marriage is not dead. Okay, Let's see what else we have here. Here's kind of a similar message. We've already seen this with slightly different word, but it's like the same thing. Like, let me in. And now we have join me. Again, this can't be maybe about letting somebody new into your life, or maybe even allowing yourself to forgive someone from the past. Now, this one, I'm surprised I had not seen it, because it's always like almost the first thing that I see. There's lie. There's possibly a lie someone has told you. Look at that. We've got don't lie. I think we had, I'm pretty sure it was the X spread. The moon was in there somewhere. I mean, that card is definitely about deceit. It may have been from the first spread, because I'm looking at your cards here from the X spread and the moon's not in here. So that means it probably came up in the first spread. And like I said, the moon is all about deceit. Someone maybe that does not want to. Yeah, I think it actually was the first card that I pulled for you. So there can be someone who's not being completely honest. And I do know the Page of Swords came up in the X spread. So maybe someone's not being completely honest as far as what they want. Don't lie. Don't lie to me. We also have, this one doesn't come up that often, but can you see it there? We've got pity. So this can be maybe your person, maybe who's in it just seemed like your person is in a very emotional place. I mean, King and Queen of Cups from this deck, and then the Queen of Cups came up even in the X spread. It just seems like there's a lot of emotion there, a lot of pain. There's pity there. It could be self-pity. Okay, let's see what names I see here. I'm already seeing one that just happened to be sitting here. Joe is the first thing that stood out. It was just, that name just made itself. We also have, let's see here. Well, we've got men. Just gonna see where that goes. Maybe some of you, there's too many options. I mean, I don't have women here. I only have men, like too many men, too many options. Okay, so I thought I would show you that. Let's see, what else? I only see Joe here. Amazingly, I don't have any A's in here. We've got, we've got Don, and it can't be a Donald or Donna. We've got Pen. It can be maybe Penny, or even Penny with a Y. So I see this name, Cheetah, which is a very uncommon name, but there it is. Again, if your person has a very uncommon name, and I'm probably not going to see it as it is, I'm not seeing that many names here, but anything that I see after I stop recording, I always put it in the description box, so just look below the video, because there could be some names here that I'm just not seeing. Here's one. There's John, but it can also be with an H. There's Demi. There's Pete. It could also be Peter. There's, oh, I grabbed the wrong one. There's Tom. There's also, just realized it was right here. Got Ted. So I think I'll leave it there, Gemini. And again, look very carefully. Your person's name could be here. And again, if they have a very uncommon name, I'm probably not going to see it. But anything that I notice after I stop recording, I'll put it in the description box, whether it's names or phrases. I'll put everything down there. Okay, Gemini, this has been your love reading for September 2020. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'll speak to you again next month.